26th. I'm just getting the live stream tweeted out on the other computer. And right now, I'm sporting my Trade Ideas t-shirt because the Trade Ideas 25% test drive sale is on till the end of today. Just about 12 more hours left, depending on where you are. And so if you guys want to try Trade Ideas, amazing scanning software. They also have full-on AI as well. That it is 25% off. Test Drive 25, all capitals, is the promo code. There's a link down below. I have been an affiliate with them since about 2016. Amazing software. So definitely check it out. If you haven't already, make sure that this is muted. Beautiful. And for some reason, it is showing private. So hold on 2 seconds. That would be a good reason as to why it is not sharing with you guys. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. All right. So now this is public. So welcome to everybody. Let me make sure that it is all set and showing up properly for you guys to see me. It's still saying private. Very interesting. Let me refresh here. All right. Going to have to, I think. Okay, it says public here. Let me see if it goes public. Let's try something different. It says 2 watching. Very confused, guys. If you're there, can you please put something in the chat? Because on one area it's saying private, the other it's saying public. There we go. All right. Now it looks like it is working. Beautiful. Okay. So I will leave this live stream up, and I wanted to let you guys know I do have on my Trade Ideas shirt today because the Trade Ideas test drive just wrapped up, and they do have a 25% off sale. If you use the link down below in the description area and use test drive, all capitals, 25, you will receive 25% off your first year or first month. So check it out. It looks, oh, let me share it. Let me share the link as well. There we go. So we're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. I was watching the banks today speaking with Congress. Very important day today. They're talking about mortgages. They're talking about all that good stuff. And right now it seems like the banks are having an effect on the market. We are up still. However, I'm just going to clean up my charts over here. I don't want that on. And I'm going to turn it off over here as well. But it does look like we are up $1, but we're still setting up potentially for a head and shoulders on the SPY. Later on today at 3:30, I will be on with Ticker Talker for the round table. Hello, Moonman. Yes, I am. You know what? Did you see my tweet, Moonman? Let me show you what I tweeted out earlier today. I'm going to have to duplicate this page because you can see, excuse me, ate a piece of chocolate. So when we look up here, I do have the Bloomberg stream live going on for JP Morgan, Citibank, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley are all talking live right now. But I got to show you what I had happen on my coin market cap this morning. Very weird. You know how there have been glitches in the past before? Well, this morning I saw this, and then it changed to 1.8 million. Hello, Asif. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, AMC. I think AMC has a ways to go as well. So I saw this and I went, wait a second. I had to do double take. It's like, what? What? 24-hour change. I'm down 1.93 million. What? What? My portfolio was not at 1.93 million. So it made me wonder what coin glitched. You guys can see the coins right here: XRP, XDC, ALGO, IOTA, XLM, Doge, DOGET. This is Doge token, and this is Doge fodder. So which coin had that glitch? Nobody has been able to tell me. And I kind of have this feeling like crypto is about to explode, and this is going to be that value. Well, then it went up to 1.98 million that it was down. So it's interesting. This happened, what time was this? At 8:09 a.m. And then I saw it, maybe 10 minutes later. Actually, I can see what time I posted in the crypto trading room to see, and I was like, hold on, it's saying I'm down 1.98 million now, so an extra $500,000. So which coin and why is this happening? Let's see. So it happened at 8:26 a.m. that it was down 1.98 million. So very interesting. Nobody has told me that they have had this glitch as well. So I'm, computer systems happen, glitches happen and stuff like that. But this makes me believe that the crypto market is about to explode. Because somewhere there was a value of one of these coins over here that exploded temporarily, showing that my account was at 1.98 million plus, and then it had to come down from there. So hopefully it's a good message, right? That everybody that potentially owns all of these, that they will see these coins explode. All right, let's take it over to stocks for now. So we do have the SPY. We'll look at the SPY at the moment. So we have it on the 24-hour chart. We did pull back down to a low of 417.75 over here. And we are holding, we have a bit of a dark cloud cover at the top right here, descending volume, a doji day. This trend line, this orange dash trend line, is from the low of March 2020. If we close back below it like we did yesterday, there is a good chance that they are just popping it up to sell it off today. Now, I did not actually track too much of the big prints here, but let's look at Apple. Yesterday, I was looking at it. Yeah, Moonman. It'd be amazing. I'm ready for that. I'm definitely ready for that. So when we look at Apple over here, let's see. I've got these prints, 10.1 million yesterday at 9:59 a.m., right? And I have them on here. So the lowest big print was back down here at 123.37. So we're sort of in the middle of a range right now. If we put it on a weekly chart, you can see, hey, they really are just sort of churning it sideways right now in between these prints right here. So between here and here, so between 123 and 128, a $5 range, there's a lot of large prints happening in the dark pool on Apple. They are having a big $1 billion buyback, right? I think it's something like 126 million is how many shares they would have to purchase. And maybe they're holding it in this range while they purchase them back. Maybe these are big guys selling as well. We won't until the end of the quarter be able to see when Apple was buying those buyback shares. And they won't say exactly what date, but they would say how many shares they purchased during that quarter. So seeing these big ranges, if we go above 128, likely market will be hitting a new high, as this is the number one holding in the SPY, number two in the Qs. And looking at that, we can see, well, right now we're just sort of churning sideways, 2 weeks in between this range, 3 weeks really, because it started back here. And it's in a downward trend on the weekly chart, right? We're below all of these moving averages. So are they going to churn it here all throughout the month of June and just have the market go sideways? Or is this bigger selling in the market? Watch Apple below 123. If we go below 123, sayonara to the market, major correction likely going to happen. Let's look at the Qs up today. And we are just testing out. We have a bit of a long leg doji up here as well. And oh, we don't need the weekly. The weekly is looking like a nice reversal up above the moving averages over here as well. But we're hitting this rim or shoulder level. If you were to look at it as an inverted head and shoulders, right? We have a shoulder resistance right here. Hello, Vivek. Hello, Asif. I didn't say hello to you guys. So we might see that this pulls back down to 328 over here. And that would likely correspond with a drop in Apple as well, if we saw Apple come down. So maybe we're going to see this sort of retrace. Hey, Terry. See this retrace back down to 329 area. That wouldn't surprise me. So then we'd be setting up more for like an inverted head and shoulders and then a bigger move to the upside. And then we might see Apple break 128 at the same time. And we'll see. If Apple churns sideways, we could see some churning in the Qs as well. IWM today is definitely having a bigger move to the upside. We also have the banks talking. As I showed you just in the beginning, we have the banks talking at, hello, Roger, talking to Congress right now. And I love this. Dow Jones is really based off of the banks and oil. But I like the little chart I've got going over here. We have a little bit of a mouth that is forming, and we have this downward wedge. So are we going to, we're right in the middle now. Are we going to break down further and come back down and test 209? Or are we going to go up and test the upper trend, break up above 227? All right, so on my list today, Amazon is up above that 3250 level. We'll check it out over here. And we're seeing that this is bouncing a little bit on the 24-hour. It has moved up. You can see I haven't had this on my list in quite a while, but we broke up above that 3250, and we're testing the 20 simple moving average today. Are we going to close up above it? This is the volume weighted anchor price from up here. Let's move this to this 1 day. So as long as we stay below 3305, I would still be looking for this to have a bit more of a correction. If we can break above that, full on bull. No fear, I would be full on bull. And you can see over here, it would be 3320. Facebook had the whistleblower news that came out yesterday. Didn't affect the stock price, brought it up all the way up to the top. Are we setting up for a double top and a breakout? Or is this going to be range bound right here and come back down and test the bottom of the range? I would be weary up here to see if we have higher volume selling at the top of this resistance level. It was not able to hold up here. We did have a close up above yesterday. However, we are seeing that the sellers brought it back down into the candle. If we close more than halfway down, we might see that that'll be a reversal signal and move to the downside. All right, let's check on Microsoft. So Microsoft, we have a doji right here, and we are pulling back. If we can take out the low from yesterday, that means to me that we will be seeing that correction happen. Otherwise, you know, we are still in that bullish momentum. This could be a simple correction back down here, down to that 250 area for a bounce and move to the upside. Let's check out Tesla today, up from $100 from last week. Saw somewhat of a nice reversal candle here. Let's do this. We are testing that 20 simple moving average. Are we going to fade off from here? What's going on with the volume the past 3 days? We broke above the 200 and pushed up to the 200 simple moving average. We could see that this pulls back a little bit as this volume is waning. However, we are still in the middle of the day. All right, let's bring it on to AMC. So AMC, we're seeing that this is surging higher. Now, AMC does have 470 million, I believe it is, in the float. So, 448 million in the float. A little different than GameStop, because GameStop only has 58 million. So AMC, let's put this on a 15-minute chart over here on the right. AMC has been grinding higher. You can see it pretty much bounces off of this 15 EMA. This is a former dark pool level back here at 1873. As long as we hold up above this, there's likely going to be a bigger move up, in my opinion. I know I did see on Telegram that they were wanting to take this up to 1,000, right? They wanted to squeeze it. So it did have 79 million. Let's look over here. I was looking at it, right? So we can see the short volume has been pretty high lately. And as you know, Wall Street Bets likes to go ahead and move and squeeze those shorts, we can see that really since the 18th of May, we have had a large amount, over 50% every single day. So 66 million, 32 million, 25 million, 23, 50, 79 million. So there's been a large store. Let's look at shortsqueeze.com and see if they have the most recent reporting on it for AMC. So 8% increase. Short interest prior, so current short interest shares were 94 million shares, right? So that's where that squeeze potential is coming in. 1,000 is possible. It is possible if the shorts get stubborn. However, we did see big sell-off at 19. There was over 200,000 shares earlier today at 19. There was 229,000 shares that were traded at 19. Could have just been some profit taking. However, those were larger block trades, right? I did tweet that out earlier today. So keep that and watch. If we close above 19 today, we're hanging out, testing it right now, that we could see that this really surges higher. As long as it stays above the 15 EMA over here on that 15-minute chart, I'm going to continue to ride it up. I do have a smaller position. I got in earlier today at 1771. 1765 is really looking like support from pre-market earlier. Actually, I'm going to move this up. The new support that I would look at besides that 15 EMA is right here at 1838, right there, which is also close, just below our 20 simple moving average on that 15-minute chart. We could see what happens end of day. Remember that 2 o'clock, 2:30 margin calls start to go out. So end of day session for AMC could really skyrocket this even higher. Right now it's the middle of the day. The risk management departments of the brokerage firms are not that stressed out about what's going on in the market. They are watching it, and they've probably got lots of little red flags going off on people that are short and in the red. But it would really be later on today, like I said, probably 2:30, that we'll either see this surge higher or drop down. So keep your eye on this later in the day. Also had Ford on my list as a potential long today, and it broke out nicely. So 80 cents on this. That's a nice trade, right? Let's go ahead and see if you were able to capitalize on that. Nice 6% gain on your money if you were trading stocks. And then GameStop today. GameStop had that secondary wave breakout up above 235 was my level to watch for today. So I'd look at it. Hey, if it was actually better trading Ford than GameStop percentage wise. AMC probably the best on the return for your trade for the day. Probably the top pick, right? For the trade of the day. Oops, wrong one. If we entered just above 18, nice 7.7%. All right. Also, PDD was on the list today as a potential long, but it gapped up and it was a gap and crap. So a nice, look at that, $10 move to the downside today on PDD. That's why it's good to be prepared in both directions on a trade. And I want to remind you guys, if you are watching and you like the live stream, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. It doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button and or share it. However, it does allow more people with the YouTube algorithm that I can help for free. So please hit that like button. All right. NEO today also set up for a potential move. This one does tend to have pretty good movement once it breaks out. So again, if you like these trades that I have set up here, you can also check them out at tickertalker.com. I do the 3 indexes and my top 5 for trade alerts. And then I also send a newsletter that incorporates all 13. So you get 26 trade setups at a very affordable price. I know Roger's on here. Roger loves the watch list. So thank you, Roger, for being such a supportive subscriber as well. And go-to today on the potential short side. So go-to, again, I had this as a potential short because of the momentum to the downside. However, it did have earnings and gapped up nicely as well. Look at that. Above 17.50, a nice $1.50 move to the upside, almost 10% there. Actually, that might have been the best one today. RLX as well, gapping up above and filling that gap to the upside. So a lot of the ones that pulled back today are retracing, filling that gap. Lots for car lots. Not too much today. That's why, you know what, until it breaks one way or the other, it's a no trade, right? So don't get upset. There's other opportunities in the market every single day. Virgin Galactic, another one for potential short. And look at what happened. It skyrocketed up 25 all the way up to 27.40 would have been the trade, 25.80. Let's see. That's pretty nice trade there too. Nice 6%. So a lot of these have great opportunities. Not every single day is an absolutely spectacular, amazing trading day, right? We know that. Look at this. JWN offered 2 trades, a short trade and a long trade as well today. I know you want to look at Roku and NVIDIA, and then we will check on the crypto spaces. So here, let's pull up Roku. So Roku looks like we can see it was in a downward motion. We have a bit of a rounded bottom. It looks like resistance right up here around that 350, 351 mark. And over here today, 351.50. So on the daily, it was a bit extended and it pulled back towards moving averages. As long as we can close up above 350, in my opinion, this has the potential to keep going, potentially up to 365. And then if that breaks 370, up to this moving average right up here. And let's check out NVIDIA. Oh, I thought I heard my other computer. All right, so NVIDIA today, we seem to be topping out. It could be ending up like this could pull back further, right? So we have this resistance. I'm going to delete this line over here and set up a new little trend line because we have 2 tops now. So it looks like it maybe is selling off of this trend line now that we were able to draw a trend line from yesterday. If we're able to break out up above 630, right, with some volume, great, but we have earnings coming up. So be cautious because with earnings, great to trade it up to earnings and after earnings are announced, but holding it overnight is a complete gamble and risk. Hey, Bat Scientist, welcome, welcome. All right, let's jump on over to the crypto. So that was totally strange and weird earlier today. These are my top coins, as you guys know, and I am a fan of all of them with the ISO 2022 banking standard that's going to go forward. Can you trade options in crypto? Morgan, Mara, and Riot are stocks based off of Bitcoin. There are a couple of options, I believe, that you can trade, but I don't know where. Because I know somebody else from our crypto room trades crypto options, but I've never traded them. So I couldn't tell you. But I believe you can, but I've never done it. All right, so XRP USD, maybe it was this one that gave me that mystery 1.98 million this morning. Would have been amazing to see which one it was this morning. And I've tried to do a bit of research, but I had no luck as of yet. So let's put this on the 4-hour chart. I like the 4-hour chart and the 24-hour over here. We did hit the volume weighted anchor price from back here in the 12th of February and it rejected, as well as the 8 EMA over here. So looking for it to break back up above that 107 price range, that resistance from the past. It was a bit of support and now it's held to be resistance again. So looking for that move to the upside. My second number 2 pick is XLM. XLM had a major retracement, pulled back down here to the 30-cent mark, and also the upward trend line over here. So this is a slow, gradual upward trend. This one was more extreme. We can actually delete that one. And we had a bit more extreme here, a bit of a correction, maybe an A, B, C, or maybe this was A, B, C, and this is leg 1 of Elliott wave 5 waves, right? So this could be wave 1 right here. Maybe we're going to come back. 3, 4, and 5 back on up to 70 cents again. Let's look at XDC, Zinfin, that is for the financial world. And look at all of this volume that came in over here on the bottom when we hit the 200 EMA right here. Look at all that volume on the candlestick. So we are not quite above this yet, but 0.578. Oops, no, I want it right here. We'll put an alert crossing up above there. That's going to be a signification to me that this is really, I already had another one there, that this is really going to skyrocket and move because we've had all that volume there. ALGO as well. Algorand, another one that is part of that new banking system. It's all due to be adopted this year, right? Its timeline is out there. It's all public information. So just do research on all of these coins. Do research on their websites. You will be able to see that this is that new banking structure that is coming for the world, includes these blockchain networks. What's going to happen when these blockchain networks are adopted? They're going to have to use the coins on them. Then there's other forms of payment that will be tokens that will be used on those platforms. So like we have Dogecoin that's going to be on the Flare network. We have Stellar Lumens that are on the Stellar network, right? We also have, this is IOTA, which is, IOTA is the coin, another one that was down $2 from 270, 268. It went all the way down to 68 cents over here. $2 discount. What amazing Black Friday sale on Sunday. It was a great thing. Hello, you two. How are you doing? So liking all of these coins. We had big volume yesterday and more big volume today on IOTA. So looking at all of these, very strongly adding on the dips personally, in my opinion, for bigger moves to the upside. All right, let's look at TEL. So do I have coin market cap up? So here is TEL. Who asked about TEL? NAD. So here we go. TEL, when we're looking at this, this does look like a bit of an inverted head and shoulders. The shoulder was a little bit lower though. Wait, are you talking about TEL stock, or is there TEL crypto as well? But I see a bit of a inverted head and shoulders, right? It's a little wonky, maybe more like a shoulder, but this side is lower. But it does look like a nice depth down here of 162 up to roughly right here, $287, $1.20. So I would look for over time a $1.20 move up to $4 for Tellurian on that. Does that answer your question, Nad? All right, if you guys don't have any other, all right, goodbye there, Brian. Let's see, how can I block you? Remove. All right, there we go. Wow. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a day since we have a troll on the channel. But thank you guys for always coming and visiting me here on my live stream. Don't forget, if you guys want to check out Trade Ideas, that they are having a 25% off sale for first month or first year. So use the link down below in the description. Test drive, all caps, 25 as the promo code, and you'll receive 25% off. Thank you so much, Roger. I'm going to delete out all those comments, and have an amazing rest of your day. Carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. Bye, guys.